Good evening. You're listening to this recording as we introduce to you a new concept that we are very excited about here in the UK Christmas light community. You may be familiar with a project that we started a number of years ago, some 5 years ago in fact, called Display Maps. It was a project that started off very well but ended up becoming very admin heavy. It also had a number of other disadvantages, including the fact that it was entirely down to the users to put their own information in, which sometimes led to inconsistencies through no fault of any of the people putting in their data. It meant that if someone posted their description and then copied in their links underneath to their Facebook and their website and their Instagram or YouTube or whatever else, that was how it displayed. Whereas if somebody else used a different layout or a different format or a different length of paragraph, it all kind of showed up in that order and it didn't look very consistent. The other flaw was that everybody needed a Google account to be able to add a pin onto the map, and obviously not everybody has a Google account. This new concept was introduced to me by one of our members as initially a project, and I kind of thought, actually, this has got ground to go somewhere. So the display maps that you would have been previously aware of will be vanishing. All references to them will be vanishing, and chances are by the time you've watched this video, they probably will have vanished. And we will be encouraging everybody in the UK to move over to this new website. This new website has a number of advantages, which I'll talk you through as I'm walking you through the process of adding a display. This is something that we will be encouraging people to get involved with, to promote it on their display social media and on their websites, but also to promote it in local media articles if they get media attention through their display, to promote this website as well. This website has mainly two purposes, and they both kind of work hand in hand. One, we will be able to view the map as display owners, and we will be able to identify other display owners in our area, which will facilitate meetups and get-togethers, visiting each other's displays, which ultimately we hope will lead to the idea of facilitating minis. Minis are a concept familiar to American lighting enthusiasts who will get together at certain times of the year, usually during the summer months, and have a mini meetup where 3 or 4 people from the local area will get together, and that will all spiral into the larger national meetups. We would very much like to replicate something like that in the UK, and this is where it all starts. Having everybody on this one map will certainly help with that. And there's nothing to say that you have to wait for anybody to give you the go-ahead to have a meetup. If you can see that there's people in your area or people within a reasonable distance of travel to you, drop them a line. Say, hey, want to meet up? The contact details in some form or other will be there. You won't even have to go looking for them. So without a further ado, I'm going to walk you through how to add your display. First of all, you need to navigate to lightfind.uk. It's a very easy to remember URL or website name. So go ahead and navigate to this website. Feel free to pause this video until you get yourself onto this website and get your bearings before resuming. The top of the website has been kept very, very simple. There is a help button or a help facility if you need it. We'll click into that just for demonstration purposes. We'll give this a short second to load, and you'll be able to see here some of the help section and the email to get in touch if you need any assistance. But to be honest, the main one that you're going to be interested in is this Got a Show button. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on this Got a Show button. It's going to bring me to this page, and it says got a show to share. Well, yes, I do. It's going to cost me nothing, which is fantastic. This is free publicity for your display. You can also add yourself in. You can be in complete control of what you put on there, and if you need to edit something, or your display isn't running for a year or whatever like that, you'll be able to delete your own display. You'll not have to contact an admin to get them to do it for you. The other benefit with this is that you're able to log in with Google or Facebook. Now, most people will have one or other of those. The chances that you're watching this after being directed from the UK Christmas community, chances are you already have a Facebook account. So go ahead and choose which one you want to sign in with. I'm going to choose Facebook. And it will direct me to a page that looks like I'm logging into Facebook in a short while. So it directs me to this website, and I'm going to go ahead and enter in my username and password. And this is then going to redirect me back to this page. So we're back onto lightfind.uk, and this is very simple. Simply go ahead and fill in this information. Fill in the name of your show, a short 3-line description. It doesn't need to be the history of your display. It simply needs to be a captivating statement of why someone would want to visit your display. So you could tell them that it's a charity display, that it's programmed in music, that it's a traditional display, that there's Santa's grotto involved, or there's other special effects, you have snow machines or something like that, something captivating that would make them want to visit your display. You can then add a contact email address if you so wish. This will be available to the public, so bear that in mind, and if you're not comfortable with that, you don't have to add that in. You can then add as many tags as you like. This is different from the description in that you can actually add as many as you like. We want to keep the descriptions as brief as possible, whereas the tags, add as many as you like. So you might want to start with your location, and then some of the features of your display, so pixels, music, Santa, nativity, something like that. You may then want to add a tag for charity, and then maybe even the charity name. So if somebody searches for those terms, it's going to ping up your display. You can then add as many web links as you like. I'll personally probably add my Facebook, Instagram, and my website. And then we simply scroll down to the bottom here. We simply need to scroll down, and it has pretty much remembered the location where I was at when I started this process. Now, when you're new to this website, it will centre in on London, so you will have to zoom in and out as per standard. And it's simply a case of navigating to roughly where your house is and clicking there, and that will drop a pin. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in some of this information, and then I'm going to click the save button. I will come back and do a longer description in due course. I personally have no problem with people knowing my email address because it's all over my Facebook page. And then we'll add some tags in here. So there's an example of 3 tags for now. We'll go ahead and we'll add one link in for now. And we'll save that. Now I will come back and add much more in there in terms of links and stuff. And way hey, there we've got it. My display is now on there, and as I add different pieces of information in there, it'll be displayed. Future functionality will be able to support pictures, all being well, so you can add a poster image or an image of your display. And you'll be able to edit this simply by clicking on My Show and logging in again how you did the first time. Now if I refresh this page, for example, just to show you how the public would see it, I can zoom out or zoom in, whatever, to find other displays in my area. Now there's none yet on this map, but it's not to say that they won't exist in due course. But I know that if I go over to England, there's already some pins on there. So there we go. Now the map will load in behind this, but you can see here I can click for all sorts of, I can click on all sorts of displays here to look at all of these displays. This is something that we will definitely be advocating for you to get your display onto, and it will certainly help in terms of getting the word out about your display and encouraging us to be able to set up many groups of people to meet up and get to know each other in the lighting community. If you do have any questions, you can go to the help page or reach out to me or Pete Matthews in the Facebook group, and we'll be able to assist you with any questions. I hope you find this informative, and we look forward to seeing you on the maps very soon.